We are live. Let's see once just. So let me just spread the word across all groups. Join in the stream. Let me just spread the word across all groups. Hello, Amit. Um, yeah, it's done. So, okay, let's give 1 or 2 minutes and then we'll start off what we are going to have today. Hi, Mega. Hello, guys. Wow. That's guys. It's a really exciting day today because we are not having any hands-on session today. Today, what we have is called an info session. So, what is an info session? As you all know, that for a long while since 1st of October, we have a very amazing program going on. It's called 30 Days of Google Cloud. And with 30 Days of Google Cloud, today we have Dipanjan Patra, who is the Google Cloud facilitator from our campus. What we have realized during the last 2 to 3 weeks is that a lot of people are having trouble about how to go about and start a lab, what cloud is essentially. So he will be coming up and he will teach you about what is server, what does a cloud means, and how cloud and server are different. He will teach you all that, and he will also run one lab live in the stream with you guys so that you can actually see how to operate and drive around Qwiklabs platform, how to use it. And then he'll conclude the session and we will open this session to Q&A. So we, especially me and Dipanjan, we get a lot of DM guys, almost 2 to 3 DMs every day. Some or the other problem which the guys have in their Google Cloud. So this is the best time. Just after 20 to 25 minutes or less than half an hour session. It's a very small session. It's not even a session, like an introductory. One lab will be run, and after that we'll open to Q&A. If you please take that opportunity and ask questions in the Q&A, because after this, like, it becomes really difficult to cope up in the DM. And it's all right if you have problem after this, come and ask your questions in the community channel instead of DMing us, direct messaging us. So without any further ado, let's add in Dipanjan. Okay, hello Dipanjan.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Okay, Dipanjan, I'm taking off.
Yeah, sure.
Please go ahead. The stage is yours.
Okay, hello, everyone. So, today we will learn what is cloud, right? So, this is a buzzword. I am sure everyone has heard, like, recent years, cloud has been taking off. So, to understand cloud, we must, you guys should have some idea of the history of, like, computing, web how it is hosted and stuff. So I will just give a little bit of, like, precursor to that. So let's say, we have websites, right? Websites and web apps. So what are they basically? Websites are nothing but basically HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files, right? They are rendered by the browser. And web apps are nothing but fancy versions of websites. So if you guys remember, my friend Faz, in the last session, taught you guys how to make a website, right? Like, he made it in a local server. He was testing in his local machine, and in a Firefox or Chrome window, he was testing the output of his code. So that's called a local server, right? So this is a local server. Local server gives you what? It gives you the mm, opportunity to test your code in your currently connected devices. Like say you have one laptop connected via Wi-Fi, and one desktop connected via LAN, and one mobile connected via Wi-Fi. So all of these are connected to your router, right? So that is your local server. So if you run a server, web server, on your desktop computer, say, you can also access it over your mobile phone through the local IP address of your desktop. But the problem happens when you want to access it from internet, right? And the main reason being that uh, the ISPs or internet service providers, like who you get internet from, they basically block the outgoing ports of our internet connections, because that may be due to security reasons or maybe due to bandwidth reasons, but they generally block the outgoing port. So it is not very easy. Like I am sure there are some roundabout ways to actually make it work, but it is pretty hard to host your own website in your own computer and then make it available in the internet, right? So uh, to solve this problem, what we have, we will be required to put our like files related to like all the files of our website and web app into someone else's specifically configured computer. Okay, so this specifically configured computer will have access to the outgoing internet ports, and also can keep the files running for 24 hours a day. Like just imagine if you even had a internet access that let you host your websites from home, then also you cannot always keep your machine on, right? So you, if you turn off your computer, then your website will go down, it will be inaccessible, right? So that flexibility is given to you by servers. Like, so why are these called servers? Because they are also basically same computer. Like you have a computer in home which has CPU, RAM, and hard disk, and servers also have those things. But why are they called servers specifically is because their task is to serve, the HTML files. Okay, their task is to serve files. So there are different kinds of servers. Okay, uh, they are named differently depending on the what kind of job they are performing, like file servers, exchange servers, backend servers. Okay, so they are usually hosted in someone else's PCs. Like see, these are the these are called the data centers. See, there are these are called racks. Okay, every rack contains a computer with which has many cores and stuff like that. And these are you, as you can see, LAN cables for your internet connection and other internal networking. Okay, they all perform some tasks which can be accessed over the internet. Okay, it may be your website, serving your website, or maybe serving the backend of your website, or maybe serving the files for downloads. Okay, so in essence you need to understand that they basically expose your service to the public for access. Okay, via internet. Okay, so what is the problem with this kind of physical server approach, right? uh, I'm sure that you have certain idea about even if you don't have a certain idea about cloud, you need to understand that cloud is basically an infrastructure that is mainly created for solving problems related to hosting. Okay, different kinds of hosting. So let's see what happens what is the problem with our physical server, this kind of server ecosystem. So suppose you have a website which runs on a server with a single core CPU, 1 GB RAM, and say it may handle up to like 10 people accessing your server. Okay, 10 people accessing your server at once. Now for some reason, say you have become very popular. Okay, you have become very popular and your site now has 100 viewers at once, like tenfold increase. Okay, now what will happen, your server will stop functioning. It will stop functioning because the load on your server is 10 times. It is not designed to handle 100 requests at once, right? It is designed to handle 10. Okay, then your server will stop functioning, which I am sure you have all experienced during the result season, right? Our results just came out a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure you guys have a taste of what it feels like when a server goes down. Okay, so before the cloud era, like when cloud came, before that, how this problem was solved. Okay, the scenario used to work like this: there was a system administrator maintaining your servers, right? It can very well be just you yourself as well. So and they had to manually upgrade the server specifications. So say you need to upgrade your CPU to quad core and add 8 GB RAM, uh, and but you need to remember that during the time it takes for a system administrator to upgrade your server, okay, no one can access your website because your server is not running. So say your website is down for like uh, 2 days. 2 days, that is a big problem. So if you are a business, 2 days of downtime means a huge amount of loss if you are an online business. Okay, so to mitigate this issue, there was the advent of virtual server. Okay, so virtual server, what is this? Virtual server is basically separating the server software from the hardware it is running on. Okay, they separate the server software away from the hardware, and that includes the OS, the application you are running inside the OS, and the storage storage space you are using, the storage space you are using inside that uh, server. So everything is abstracted away inside an application bundle, you can say, virtual server. And the funny thing is about the funny thing about these servers, virtual servers, is that you can run the same virtual server on different quote unquote host machines, right? Host machines. So imagine like this is a very good example I am gonna give you guys. Like the due to some kind of virus, we are all stuck home, right? So those viruses use us like host machines, right? They attack one of us, and after they get infected, they go out from their body and attack someone else. So they can function on different host machines. So virtual servers are like that too. So host machines, they can run on any host machine. So if one of your host machines goes down, like for some reason, then you can simply copy the virtual server you have on a different working host machine, right? So that is fine. Virtual server is fine, it is a very useful thing. So what is cloud then? Okay, so cloud is like set of infrastructure that gives you the flexibility to configure these kind of virtual servers according to your need. Okay, so when you enter the cloud era, you optimize your server uptime and server costs. Like you have to imagine, suppose say your server is running 24 hours. If you run your computer for 24 hours, then you have some operational costs, like your electricity bill is there. Okay, that is the most obvious one, but there may be some other types of costs as well, internet connection bill and other stuff. So when suppose you are a big business and you have to keep your website on all the time, so there is a operational cost, right? So this operational cost has a huge portion just dedicated to maintaining the server. Okay, keeping the server up. So server uptime and server cost is optimized by cloud, and the cloud makes it possible to provision you any amount of computing power or storage or memory bandwidth, or like any combination of those things in a virtual server or set of virtual servers within a few minutes. Just imagine, suppose say you wanted to build a computer, what you have to do? You have to buy a motherboard, you have to buy RAM, you have to buy CPU, you have to buy hard disk, and then you need to make like fit them together. You need to install an operating system, you need to configure the operating system, after that you have to install the server software, then you have to write the program, and then you can set up internet connection and need firewall rules. All of this stuff you have to do. Okay, after that you can host your program on that server. But in cloud you can just do that with a few clicks, and the server will be ready for you within few minutes, everything you configured. Okay, so just think that running a local online shop and most of your customers are uh, ordering products at daytime. Okay, so what is the point of running server 24 hours a day? like uh, there is no point, right? If you needed like if you know that you are a local shop, like no one is going to buy from you from say US, you are only selling local products online shop, so you are sure that you will not require the server to be running at night time, so you should not have to pay for that time, right? So cloud provides you with that flexibility, that you can only use the virtual server during the times you need and save cost when you don't need them. Okay, so let's say you are a big company who cannot afford to like keep servers down. Okay, say because they have customers from other time zones and stuff. So what you can do, you can also benefit from that, benefit from cloud to save cost. Like say you have a US office and Indian office, so whenever it's daytime in USA, you are keeping the USA servers, you are giving the USA servers priority, you are keeping most of them up. And whenever you are India, it is daytime in India, you are prioritizing the Indian servers, right? So that way your operational costs for servers may go down by almost half, because when it is day in India, it is night in US and stuff like that. So okay, now to address our first problem, the problem we mainly faced during our like local deployment and others. So say your popularity has increased tenfold and you are getting tenfold more traffic. So how does cloud help you with that? Okay, cloud has the option to automatically scale your service. Okay, service by service I mean your website, your web app, your API, whatever it may be. So cloud has the option to automatically scale your service by deploying copies of the virtual server you have set up. Just imagine, I just said that virtual servers are small packages you can deploy on any host machines, right? So you can in principle copy the whole package and clone it to different physical devices. So uh, basically it does what, it automatically scales your service by deploying copies of the virtual server you have set up and distributing your incoming traffic of 100 people through a load balancer to the n number of copies you have made. Okay, so suppose you have 100 people and each of your these are replica sets. So each of your replica can handle 10 10 requests per time. So if you make 10 replicas and you have a some kind of load balancer that splits your 100 requests into 10 sets of 10 requests, then your 10 replicas can handle those 10 requests, because they are designed to handle 10 requests by default. So this way you basically have 10 replicas of your original server that was described before, each handling 10 different requests. Okay, I hope the you can keep up. So the important point here is to notice that the instant access to computing resources within few clicks. Okay, so you say I need one more server. Okay, you say I need one more server, and within 5 minutes you have one more server. That is the beauty of cloud. That is the ease of access cloud provides to you. It is like e-commerce on steroids for computing resources. Okay, you say like I need a ebook, I buy it, I get the ebook right instantly. So it's like that. So you say I need two servers with 2 GB RAM, you just press next and you get it just like that within 5 minutes. So there are different cloud service providers like IBM Cloud, AWS, Microsoft Azure, but we will be working with Google Cloud Platform. It is the cloud services provided by Google. Okay, so let's get into Google Cloud. Okay, so what kind of services Google Cloud provides? Google Cloud mainly provides three kind of services. Those are cloud services. These are called cloud services. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Let's get started with the most uh, mm, most important one, or most essential one that you can understand, that is infrastructure as a service. So when you buy a laptop, say, you configure OS on it, you configure network, and you can use it then, right? Everything about your laptop is under your control. What OS you are going to install, what kind of RAM you are going to install, what kind of network speed you are going to use, okay, what kind of firewall you are going to use. So this whole thing is infrastructure, right? So Google Cloud provides you with infrastructure as a service, where you can set up a custom virtual machine, custom network. You have to you have like full control over that. Like you what kind of virtual server you want, you can specify every single detail of it. How many CPU cores you want, how much RAM you want, how much storage space you want, how much data bandwidth you want. Everything you can control with your infrastructure as a service, IaaS. Okay, and you pay for the resources you use. Suppose say you get a server with 2 GB RAM. Okay, you will only be paying for 2 GB RAM. If you get a server for like 8 GB RAM, you will be only paying for 8 GB RAM, and the duration is applicable to all three of them. You will be only paying for the duration you use the server. Suppose say you use a infrastructure based server only for 5 hours a day, so then you will be only paying for those 5 hours a day. Okay, then comes platform as a service. What is this? Platform as a service means you are a developer, right? You write code. You don't need to worry about what kind of machine it is hosted on. Suppose say you write a website and you want to host it like Faz did with Netlify. Okay, you want it to be able to reach people. So do you really care what kind of machine it is running on, like how much RAM it has, how much this that is has, how much network bandwidth? You don't want to handle those kinds of hassles, right? You would like to just upload your code to some kind of platform, and the platform should be able to scale your code, right? So uh, say you upload your code to Google Cloud. Uh, then Google Cloud will decide that okay, now it is getting 10 requests, so one instance of server is fine. But whenever your server, like many people are going to your website, then the Google Cloud for platform will intelligently decide like, oh, the traffic has increased, so I need to deploy more servers for this in the back end. Okay, so your Google Cloud will automatically provision more copies of its basic units for those servers, like your application. Okay, that is called platform as a service. So you only write your main code, main website, service, and then upload it at a platform as a service cloud function. I mean, not function, but cloud service. So then it will be automatically scaled. Okay, now lastly, there is a software as a service. The software as a service is very easy to understand. Like, Google itself provides you some softwares. Those are used, which are using cloud. Okay, cloud technology, like Gmail, Google Maps, and stuff. Like, imagine millions of people using a map at the same time. That kind of scalability only can come from a cloud platform that is interconnected and has a huge computing capability, that can also scale up and down. Suppose at one time 4 million people are using Google Maps, right? And at one time 1 million users are using Google Maps. So uh, when 4 million people are using Google Maps, the load on servers is going to be different. So number of servers that is deployed for handling 4 million people and 1 million people is different, right? But the people using the software Google Maps have no idea what is going inside, what is going in the behind the scene, right? So that is software as a service, where third party softwares are provided to you, which run automatically scaled in a cloud platform. Okay, I will be working with Google platform today. So these are some of the services with Google platform, like cloud storage for storing data, cloud data store for database handling, cloud SQL, cloud spanner, app engine. This is your platform as a service, where you upload your code and it will be automatically scaled. Okay, container engine, you can understand this after going through the quick lab sessions later. uh, Integration with other Google services, like, see, this is Google Maps, YouTube. These are all software as a service, these are platform as a service, these are infrastructure as a service. Okay, so let's get started with our quick labs. So we now have 30 days of Google Cloud Challenge, right? I'll be giving you guys an introduction to the Qwiklabs as a platform, and also the interface of Google Cloud Platform, so you guys can understand how to do the labs. Okay, so Qwiklabs is a platform that provides you not just with tutorials for how to get started on cloud technology on Google Cloud Platform, but it also has an amazing set of curated labs which help you to gain proper hands-on experience. Okay, so proper, by what do I mean by proper hands-on experience? I mean, like, you need to actually work on Google Cloud to know what is Google Cloud, right? It's not like no amount of photos, documentations, videos can say like what is actually Google Cloud, unless and until you, like, for example, if you just study from book what is C programming, I am pretty sure you will have a very bad idea of what is C programming. You need to write code on computer and run it to understand, right? So that's why Quick Labs provides you with hands-on experience like that, and the labs are actually running on Google Cloud Platform. Whenever you start a lab, it gives you a authentic, like, original Google Cloud Platform ID that you can use to actually work on Google Cloud Platform. And due to this reason, the Quick Labs is a paid learning platform. You guys must know that Google Quick Labs is a paid platform, paid learning platform. But those of you who has signed up using the program of 30 days challenge, 30 days of Google Cloud, you all have 600 credits on Qwiklabs. I am not kidding you guys. 600 Google Cloud credits on Qwiklabs means basically you have $600 of credits. Okay, let that sink in for now. You have $600 of credit there, and those credits will remain valid for 6 months. Okay, so you can go on Quick Labs and pick up any lab you have and learn. Even after the, even if you complete both tracks given in the challenge, you can still have like 200 more credits remaining, so you can use those to learn a lot of stuff there. Okay, that's enough for a preface. Now let's get started with the demo. Okay, I will stop this presentation and start the Quick Labs one. Okay, here's Quick Labs. I hope you guys can see. This is the first interface of Quick Labs when you first go here, and you have to do sign in. And I will be signing in with my Google account. Is the font all right? Should I increase the font? I think it is all right. Uh, okay, so I am signed in here. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't know but I have not completed much here. So I am also like, I had some assignments and stuff. This was so okay. So this is your homepage of Quick Labs after you log in. Okay, here are some labs available. Here you can search your labs. Okay, here you have curated catalogs of different labs. If you go to this catalog tab, okay, you can search here different kinds of lab. Okay, this is your my learning tab, where you have a progress report for what tracks you have went through. Okay, cool. So I hope you, and this is your public profile. Okay, you can share this profile with other people so they can see how many badges you have and stuff. So okay, let's start with our first lab demo. I will show you guys, just a second. Hmm, okay, I will just give you guys a look at the tracks first. Okay, this is the first track. Here are the track quests you have to do to complete the first track, and here is the second track for email. You have to do these 6 quests. Okay, this is the first track and this is the second track again. So let's do the first one. In the first track, let's go. You have to search this term, getting started, create and manage cloud resources. Okay, so let's go into Quick Labs. Okay, I will search this, getting started, create and manage resources. Okay, see this is here. So I will go to this lab. This is not a lab, this is a quest. So enter. Okay, so this is your quest. Okay, see, there are labs in quests. So the hierarchy is, you have quests, and inside the quests you have labs. Okay, so these are the labs you need to complete the quest. This is a challenge lab. And now, first of all, when you are going to a quest, you first need to enroll. I have already enrolled in this quest, but for you this will be shown in blue, and you need to enroll first here. Okay, see, I have already enrolled. So now you can start doing the labs. Okay, okay, let's go into a lab and check it out. Okay, okay, so let's review the interface first. Okay, here is your start lab button. Okay, when you when you press this button, the lab timer will start. Here you can see 40 minutes of time is given. So within 40 minutes you have to complete the given tasks in this lab. Okay, there are some tasks given here. You need to read. Okay, first of all, this is the start lab button. Everything else is given here. You have first a overview of this lab, what you will learn here, and then you have a overview of what you will do in this lab. Okay, and everything you are required to do in this lab is said here. You need to read carefully through these instructions. Okay, so it is going to assist you step by step with everything you have to do. It is given here. This is the statement of this lab. This is the information you need. And then there are always a like student resources thing here. Always watch these videos. Okay, I will show you guys one of the videos. Chrome tab. hmm, okay, see, so there are videos available. You need to, sorry. Okay, yeah. So always watch the student resources videos to get an idea what you have to do for this lab. And then you have this yellow mark, I guess you can see. These are checkpoints in the lab. Okay. So a lab has 3 4 tasks. A lab may have a number of tasks. So these will track your progress. Okay, when the lab is actually running this interface, this will show you where you are, like how much progress you have made during the lab. Okay, you can press these buttons to check whether this task has been completed. Suppose say create computer engine instance and add engine ni nginx server to your instance with necessary firewall rules. Okay, so if you do that, you will say you will see this, you get 50 points out of 50 points. Okay, okay, without wasting any more time, let's start the lab. Okay, I will launch with 1 credit. You guys also have to do that. Okay, now I need to share my full screen. Okay, I hope you guys can see. So see, there are some informations here called username, password, and GCP project ID. Okay, so these are temporary credentials. Okay, so you should not use your own Google account to do these labs, because Google Cloud actually costs some money. So th- they provide you with these temporary user accounts where you don't have to pay any money and using the credits. Okay, so always open these consoles in incognito window. Okay, always open them in incognito, because they are going to otherwise hamper with your personal accounts. So you copy the username from here, you paste the username here. Next, you copy the password, you paste the password. Okay, you accept. Don't update anything, confirm, because this is a temporary account, remember. I will zoom in a little bit. Hmm. So this is your Google Cloud interface. Okay, you need to accept the terms and continue. Okay, so this is your Google Cloud interface, this is your dashboard. Okay, so this here is the project ID. See, you can check it with this one. See, Qwiklabs, I'll just say, see, let's see, 656A, I will match this part only. Okay, so 656A, see, this is same with your project ID. You should always check during when starting a lab whether the project ID is same as given here. Okay, and this is the navigation panel. So these are all the services that Google Cloud provides you with. Okay, so there are lots of services. This is billing, where you can, if you are not using Qwiklabs, you can go there. And like if you are using Google Cloud for your company or for yourself, for your projects, you will have to go here to set up your billing information and stuff. And there are APIs and services support, IAM admin. IAM is the way to manage your user access to your cloud platform. Okay, so now what we have to do, okay, let's read our lab information. So we need to create a instance on the new instance of Cloud Console. Okay, so, oh, another thing I forgot to tell you guys. So this here is the Cloud Console. Okay, this is basically giving you a Linux machine that is able to access all these services from a command line. Okay, these are all services: app engine, compute engine, Kubernetes engine. So these are all accessible via this terminal also. Okay, so here you see the, I hope you can remember, this is the Cloud Shell button. Okay, now let's see what we have to do. Create a new instance from Cloud Console. Okay, first it's telling me to go compute engine to VM instances. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, let's find out compute engine. Okay, VM instances, I'll go there. Okay, so now I have to create a virtual machine. Okay, I'll create a virtual machine. Okay, check this for your information, right? There are many parameters you can configure when creating a new instance. These are the required naming parameters you have to give for this cloud, this Qwiklabs, to recognize that you have performed the tasks successfully. So name is GC lab. Okay, I'll copy GC labs and I'll paste the name of the virtual machine as GC lab. Okay, after that you have the region US Central 1. Okay, see, this is already different. You can have your virtual machine in different regions. So here US Central 1. That's okay. Then you have to select the zone. In each region there are multiple zones available. Okay, so usually 3 zones are available minimum. So US Central C, you need to go select US Central C. Okay, Central 1 dash C, sorry, my bad. Then you have to select the type of computer it is. Okay, your computer would be here N1 first generation. You see, it is given. If you select anything else, it is given that you have to make a N1 based computer. So N1 and 2 virtual CPU and 7.5 GB RAM instance you have to create. So go here, N1 standard 2. See, this is 2 virtual CPUs and 7.5 gigs of memory. You have to create this one. Okay, Then it says boot disk is new 10 GB standard persistent disk. Okay, okay. Boot disk, see, new 10 GB standard persistent disk. It is already there. I don't have to change anything. And OS image I have to change because they are saying GNU Linux 9 stretch. Okay, but here it is selected Debian GNU Linux 10 version buster. Okay, I need to change this to public images of Debian. See, it is also asking for a Debian image, but Debian 9, not 10. Debian, you select the Linux distribution Debian here, and you select the version of Debian from here, 9. Okay, here standard persistent disk and 10 GB. You say select. Okay, and then you need to allow HTTP traffic. Okay, you need to allow here firewall rules. You need to allow HTTP traffic. Okay, I'll create the instance now. How easy, just see how easy it is to create an instance, a virtual server, a virtual machine. Okay, wait for it to get finished. And okay, it will take a while for this server to get created. Okay, see, this is ready now. Okay, this green marks means it is running. Okay, let's connect to the server using SSH. Okay, okay, now we are connected via SSH. Now what we have to do, we have to install nginx. I will just copy paste the commands for now. uh okay, sorry, my bad. I need to go as a root. Okay, I'll then copy this command and run. Don't just copy paste the commands. I am just doing it to save time. Okay, so nginx is running. Okay, awesome. Now you can go to this external IP you have in this external IP, and you will have, see, nginx is running on that IP address. Okay, this is your external IP address you as a company would use to public publish your website, and people when going to this IP address will see that this is your website. For now, this is the default template for nginx running, but you get the picture, right? So now we will check our progress, right? We will check our progress, and Qwiklabs will automatically check whether we have performed up till now. Okay, see here, I was saying you get 50 out of 50 points for completing the task up until now. Okay, then you have to create another clouds instance, I mean another virtual machine. I will just copy paste right now. So here, I'll exit, actually not here. So here you have to use the cloud cell, this cloud cell, to create the, sorry, create this instance, second virtual machine. You paste this command and run, and you need to authorize this. And you will be able to see that info here, whether another virtual machine was created. See, another virtual machine was created using this command. Okay, using this command. So this is visible here. So now you need to check your progress again. See, it is giving a green tick. So I have 100% progress, right? I have done everything I need to do for this lab. All right. So you can also test all these things, but I guess I will stop. There are also some MCQs here, right? You need to submit those. I will not show you guys answers for the MCQs because the answers are very obvious if you read the full lab information. Okay, every information you need for the s- answering the MCQs, you have it available here. Okay, I would highly recommend you guys to read the labs first. Okay, everything you require is given here. Everything is required is given here. And for the challenge labs, everything you require will be available for that challenge labs previous quests. I will show you guys. So this, we are done with this, right? We can just close this window and we can end our lab. Okay, it is very much recommended that you end your lab explicitly and don't close this window. Okay, because your account may get blocked if you do that. You need to explicitly end your lab. Okay, I'll just submit this. Good, whatever. So your lab, first lab is done. Okay, so I guess that's it. I don't think I need to say anything else. Just a second, I will check quickly. uh okay. Okay, guys. Okay, so if you get I just need to talk about this. So if you get stuck in any lab, like there are sometimes problems with labs. They sometimes are in maintenance, or some labs have some issues like not updated documentations. So use the Qwiklabs chat feature, right? You send them, you click this icon at the bottom of Qwiklabs. Okay, it's always available. You write to them what problem you are facing. If you don't get any response in chat, you should write to this email address, note it down. So you should direct lab related issues all the lab related issues to these things, because me as a facilitator or Fazal as a like DSC lead, we have nothing in our hands. Like if the issue is from their back end, if the labs are having issues, we have nothing we can do. We can escalate your I mean, even if we escalate your problems, we will also have to use this email ID or this chat message. Okay, so you should first always reach out to these these support requests uh, when you are stuck in a lab due to a technical reason, not a logical reason. So first, is it is recommended you read the full lab description, and then you try to solve all logical issues. And after that, if you are stuck for any technical reason, you contact these two things. Okay, consult these two things. Okay, I guess I'm done for now. If anyone has any questions, I'd like to take them.
Please, if anyone has any question, fire away. Let's-
Okay,
You
I
know what,
hope you guys
Dipanjan?
understood.
Yeah, because I'm also not seeing any question. The last question was about load balancer, which I answered in the comment section. We'll just wait around for 1 minute or so. If we see any kind of question, then we'll answer. But in 2 minutes, we'll end the live stream. Then
Okay, cool. I hope you guys understood because I went very, very fast. So if you guys have any problems, also there is a bit of information I'd like to give you guys. DevFest is going on. Go
yeah,
and watch the first day of DevFest video, and it has a really, really good cloud description, like how to create VMs and other custom networks. You should
yes.
watch. Go ahead and watch DevFest.
And in fact, if you're from Heritage, we have been giving out the links of DevFest in every group, in each and every forum. Also, our Twitter feeds are also heavily filled with DSC DevFest events. So check them out. I think Dipanjan, this is it because I really don't see any questions coming
Yeah,
in.
yeah, sure. We should
So
wrap up.
okay, we are going to wrap up. So thank you everyone who joined today, and thank you Dipanjan also. Great.
Yeah, thank you guys.
This,
I hope you guys complete the 30 days challenge, everyone.
yeah.
Good luck. Get
Good
your
luck.
t-shirts.